All right. So, been a while. Been an absolute long time. Um, let's get into it. Let's explain what's been going on. So, why? And pretty much in the space. And I did that reading in mid December, late December, the reading for 2020. Sat there and I said, I don't really, I've never done this before. I've done personal readings for people, and it seems to be pretty accurate. So I figured, let's and channel it and see where that leads. And there was a lot of stuff, things that I talked about in that reading, uh, that I was really hopeful that I wasn't going to be accurate. I was really, was really hopeful that I hope I get this wrong. I hope I get this wrong. Hope. And not so much. Unfortunately, or fortunately, I guess, whichever way you want to look at it, um, a lot, a lot of what I got in that reading, um, is coming true. So the more that things started to come to fruition, the more boxes that I could check off, the more things that I looked at and said, "Oh, I guess I got that right." I kind of retreated a little bit, um, because the more that is going on in the world right now, the less it seems that people really want to listen. And these last 2 or 3 weeks have gotten to be pretty intense for anybody who is simply just putting the truth out there. For anybody putting the truth out there, um, you can get blasted pretty hard. And so around and around and around, this huge drive, something I need something. There's something I need to help. I want to help people. I want to help people. And I've gone, over and over and over again, around and around in my head about what might that be? What's my purpose? But lately, the accuracy with which things that I've been getting, it's been almost like a play by play in my head these last couple of weeks, um, which rhymes true to me because right around the time that I did that yearly reading, I was doing a lot of manifesting and asking the universe for some pretty specific things. And there are very few things that I asked for that haven't come to me just yet. And one of those things now that has presented in the last few weeks is uh, almost I said like a play by play, like something that every day and anytime during the point in the day I can ask, what's going to happen here, what's going to happen there, or something in my own individual life or something in somebody else's life. And I'm getting ridiculously accurate information and timing. And I'm not saying that to sit here and be braggadocious, because I don't get, like I always like to say, I don't get grandma's cookie recipes. Nobody's giving me the lottery numbers. I can't go bet on sports. But if somebody has a question about what may go wrong or what might go wrong or what's going to go right, or what action should or shouldn't take, well, apparently that's where I can help. And I thought hard. I mean, I created another channel. I created another news stories of the day and presenting them and wanting to do something about them and get this out there. And first of all, there's so many people doing that, but the other part to that is it just every time that I would get to the point where I think, okay, I think I'm going to do this. I think I'm going to do this. The universe would kind of throw me off in another, and I mean throw me in another direction. So then a couple things have happened in the last 2 weeks involving animals, and that's another thing that I've long thought about. Can I use my gift to help animals? And long story short, those of you who know me know that Fluffy was hurt for a couple weeks there, and I pretty much got exactly what it was, and to the point where they were telling me, like a play-by-play. My guys were telling me, you're going to hear him whine at 3:00, but don't worry about it. You're going to hear this. This is going to happen. And I mean, it's been ridiculous. It's been ridiculously accurate. And so at the same time that's happened, and at the same time, one of Karen's dogs, who no longer lives with her ex, got ill and actually had to be put down today. As soon as I heard what was wrong with, as soon as I heard that the dog was even sick, I got a message from my guides, and in terms of what was wrong with the animal, the dog. I've been trying to put myself together an idea, a thought of, well, what can I do to help people? What can I do? I'm looking at my schedule, right? And I've got to make a living. I got the eBay thing, and I've got the sports thing, and I've got all these things that I have to do. And I thought, well, the one thing that continued to present to me over and over and over again was just go live randomly when you can and be there to talk with people, to give them support through all this craziness that's going on right now, and also just give live channel readings right here, right now. So if somebody came to the chat and had something personal going on in their life, if it was too personal, you can message me through email, obviously. But the idea being that everybody is struggling with on a day-to-day basis with these, questions and decisions and everything that's going on. And rather than try to recreate the wheel, I figured I can't guarantee what time during the day. It might be twice in one day. I'll be able to do it the next day. But what I can do, there's usually at some point during the day where I've got some time where I can come here and be live, and just whoever finds me, if they have questions and they need them answered, I'm here. It's as simple as that. Karen and I spent 18 months trying, as they say, to turn it into a living and to make money doing readings, and everybody that has watched this channel, you guys know that story. Lesson learned. I've long said the entire time that if the universe would just find a way to pay the bills, I'd do it for free. So I'll go first. Universe, I will go first. So the idea here will be, like I said, I'm going to go live every day that I can. All right. Every day that I can. I can't promise what time. It may be in the morning. Sometimes it may be midday like this. It may be 11 o'clock at night. I don't know. And that's the thing that's been stopping me from doing a lot of things, is I'm looking at my schedule and it's like, how can I schedule it out? I can't guarantee this amount of time. I can't guarantee the when and the how. So I'm not going to guarantee any of that. I'm going to say, subscribe to the channel, hit notifications, and when I go live, you'll know. And I don't want to make a big deal of trying to sell myself. I've already done that. If somebody gets value out of what I do, whether it's during the live or they come on later and they watch the video and they get value out of what I do, if they want to join the Patreon where I write a lot over there, a few times a week, I will write my thoughts out. The link is in the description. The link is pinned to the chat, and we'll see how that goes. In terms of what's going on in the world, all right, I'm 10 minutes in, and I'm going to get to that. For me, I've mentioned this multiple times that this has been like the longest running train wreck because I've been getting these messages since I was 6. What I can tell you right now is that everybody, means every single one of you, even if you don't feel like you have a connection to spirit or you don't know what the hell you're doing with it, everybody right now is getting lit up with their own personal intuition. And you've got to follow it. You've got to follow it. There's lessons behind every single door right now. There are no doors that are presenting that you're not meant to go through. It's just that there's so many doors presenting. A lot of people don't know which ones to go through, but there's lessons behind each and every one of them right now. What we are witnessing on a global scale is the ridiculously slow, and I mean ridiculously slow, coming down of the structures, which of us, it's about time. And for a lot of people, they still don't want to see it. I'm noticing right now in my engagement with people that an interest is presenting, and that the people that they have been quoting and everything else, that the people that they have faith in and believing for these last 18 months or whatever, if those people now are even coming out and saying something contrary to the agenda, contrary to what they've already been saying, or contrary to what individual people believe, they cannot hear it. They literally cannot hear it. And they will get angry and they will get nasty, and it will happen rapidly. So, I've been saying this for a little while, and a few others have as well. The time to change anybody's mind is over. And at this point, there is a clear delineation between those of us who have somehow managed to salvage, I don't want to say salvage our brains, but salvage our common sense and salvage our sovereignty, and those that have completely, and that's the bottom line, is that they have been taken over. It's easy to sit and divide people, or to say, those people are this. Sometimes you have to have empathy for people because they have been taken over one way or another. And the hardest thing for anybody to do right now is to look at what their own beliefs are, what their core system beliefs are, and do that check. Do that double check that you may not want to do. You may not want to do it. You may not want to take a look at any of the things that you believe, or any of the things that you have, argued with people about. You may not want to look at any of it, real close right now, because there's a lot of new information coming out. Now, if I get too deep into that here, you all know what happens. You get banned, it's to the point now where people are getting removed from social media for quoting mainstream media sources. If that source does not agree with the agenda, kaputs, they're out. And what I'm finding, this is the way, this is the right way to handle this. This is something I talked about a lot last year, was that people are going into themselves now. People are done the work, and you've developed that connection with yourself, and you've had the experiences to where now you can trust yourself. You are going to be good to go. You're going to be as good to go as you can, considering the chaos of what's coming. My role and the role of others is to help those who just haven't quite gotten there. Maybe they're just now waking up to the idea that they've been duped. Maybe they got there a little bit late. Maybe they tried and tried and tried, and life just stopped them from making the connections. Everybody's life has been thrown up into chaos. And if you're concerned about staying healthy, or you're concerned about keeping your job, it's hard to take that time at night to say, okay, I know I'm going to get fired tomorrow, but I'm going to lay here and meditate and connect with my spirit. That's not the reality for most people. The people that have been able to take the time to do that, who have a life that surrounds them, that's calm enough, they're very rare and they're very lucky. Most people are knee deep in about a half dozen struggles at the same time right now. And there's been a will, there's been a desire to make that connection, but not so much of an opportunity. So when I come on live each day, it's going to be no set parameters, but obviously is see if anybody is immediately there in the chat that has any questions. Obviously, this is the first time out the box, so it's something that people will have to become aware of. I will have plenty of prepared or unprepared, I should say. There will be plenty of stuff in the head relative to what's going on that particular day or around that particular day for me to discuss, while people may show up eventually in the chat to ask questions. But the questions being that what I want the chat to be, and I see you, Chanda. Now I see you, Chanda. I'm finally just seeing that. If you're still there, I see you. What I want when I respond to the chat, it will be to to answer questions. It doesn't necessarily have to be something you want channeled. You want to know my opinion. You want to know my intuitive. You want me to check in with my guides. Whatever it is. There's no rules here. So if it's a personal question that you feel comfortable asking in public, by all means, go ahead. And if it's something about the world, again, at the same time, whatever the questions are, and that is the best thing that I could think of to take this gift that they've given me and to apply it to help other people. Because anything I don't use, and this is nobody that does, this is not what I'm saying, but I don't know astrology, I don't know tarot, I don't know anything with the exception of what they tell me in my left ear. And apparently it's accurate. And I wish I had a better explanation. I wish I could paint some rosy picture about why it works and how it works and all of that, but it would be a lie. It would absolutely be a lie. I can't tell you how many times that I've, would make a video and say something, and then after making it and posting it, Karen would show me the astrology, and it would look like I just copied the astrology. So I gather that. I get how it can look sometimes. So I figure, well, if I do stuff live, maybe that will endear the public to trust me enough, because I can't really fake it live. You see what I'm saying? And these last couple of weeks, like I said, the And again, I'm saying this with humility. I'm saying this in thanks, and I'm saying this because I really hope that this revolution, this generation of me trying to get my voice out there works. The accuracy with which I'm receiving information at this time is ridiculous and ridiculously specific, even for me, even to the point where there's times when I wish they wouldn't talk to me because they're almost telling me too much. If I want to plan something for my day, they will stop me and tell me what's going to happen at 2 and what's going to happen at 4 and why I need to do what I need to do. And then it's coming and it's happening. And I don't know what to do with that other than come on here and share it with people and say, if y'all got questions and want to know stuff, because every other way that I've tried this, I have tried to share my gift. I was a massage therapist. I was a life coach. I've been and done and been and done. And if you count this as a, taking a chance, if you count this as I'm putting myself out there to see what this would be episode 8 of Eric has this gift. Is there any possible way to get this out to more than 10 people at a time? and really that's what it is, right? If I only reach one person, I only reach one person. The frustration for me is that with the accuracy of what they give me, I feel like I'm failing, letting people down by not figuring out how to get that message out to more people. You see what I'm saying? Because I know that especially now, there's so many people struggling with so many different things. And look, I'm going to say this with laughter, but Erin is a Capricorn and she's, her human design and her only channels are resistance and struggle. And I've been but if I can care this, I get anybody to trust me. Okay? So here's the bottom line, because I don't want this to be too long the first time out. I know at some point it will work out to where the longer I'm on and the more people that come on and hit that like button, we'll get to that part. But I needed to get over this hump because I've been at this hump for about 2.5 weeks now. And the truth of it is that I was all gung-ho up here, ready to go. And then that he got hurt. I was all gung-ho and up here. And Karen's dog get put down. And what our astrologer said, and this was kind of something that I was feeling like they're giving me they're giving me this ridiculous accuracy, but they're not giving me the what to do with it. You know what I mean? They're giving me, here's this gift, and there's no second part. There's no here's this gift, now go do this. It's just this gift, figure it out. That's where I've been. I've been trying to figure it out. And then every time I ask myself, well, let's. So where I'm at now is that what she said, that ideology pointed to, that whatever you would normally under the current circumstances to do so I'm here because most all the other time, okay, if I was with, I would have made the excuse and I would have said, look, I know I was going to start today, but Karen had to bog down. It's been an emotional 2 weeks more. That would have been my norm. So doing it this way, this is definitely the opposite of what I would have done. I I didn't know what to do when I set up the microphone. I had the USB port on the laptop decided it wasn't going to work, and I had to switch that. So there were a lot of obstacles put in my way where normally I would have said, no, I just forget it. I'm going to do it tomorrow. So I'm going to go ahead and close this up for now, because for those of you that catch this later, I just wanted to come on and tell everybody what I'm doing. So I'm going to do the best I can to make it every day. Now, obviously, I still have my sports channel and I'm doing videos for that and all that. I'm doing eBay. If the universe decides that I'm going to become successful enough here to pay my bills, I will gladly do significantly less of the other stuff and do the work here. But I already did the thing. I quit everything else, just put my faith in the universe and put myself out there. Go, and bankruptcy was fun. So anybody who says take the leap faith, I did that for 18 months. Bankruptcy was filed this week, so I'm gonna have a backup plan. I see that. Thank you, Anna. I appreciate you telling me that. I'm going to have to have this internet here wired in. So I appreciate you telling me that, because the Wi-Fi back here sometimes gets a little bit iffy. So I appreciate you telling me that. So on that note, I'm going to go ahead and close now, so I can try to. No, China, it's not the router. It's where this is in the house. This room has been a problem since I moved here for 6 years, and the cable. I literally have the router. I have a extender in the room with me. But if anybody else watches anything while I'm doing the Wi-Fi here, it happens. So I'm gonna have to. I already knew this was going to happen with support stuff anyway. I was going to have to wire it. So I'm actually going to end here, and I'm going to just go sucker. I'm just going to call him now and get it wired. I can't have that. And that's the last thing, is that I'm not going to quit because the universe tries to throw blocks at me. So I will be back tomorrow. I appreciate those of you who showed up. If you see this video later, just hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and we'll see what happens. I'll see you guys again tomorrow.